What's going on? What's going on, girl? What's going on, girl? We are here for an audio reading, all right? I haven't done one of these in a really long time, guys. I'm over here doing a bunch of stuff all at the same time, okay? I like audio readings because I can multitask, okay? So that's what I'm doing right now at present. But yes, let us go ahead, jump right into this audio reading. Let us see what the messages are that Spirit has here for you on today. There will be more videos posted later on, okay? More video readings, visuals included, all right? But this is just for the time being here and now. Sometimes I do these. I like the audio readings just like I like the audio lives. I dig it, okay? Something to listen to, not necessarily watch. No distractions, just listen to the message. All right, let us see what it is. If you're here, if you clicked on this video or this audio, then it's something here for you. So let's see what that is. Okay, thank you, Spirit. What are the messages for feminine? All right, we have attract and attractive. All right, it says passion, mutual feelings, feeling drawn to someone. All right, so you feel drawn to someone. This person feels drawn to you. Again, with the mutual feelings. All right, there's a lot of passion here. All right, I feel like this person is wondering where you are. All right, this is somebody feel like they are wondering where you are. They want to be close to you. We have keys on a ring, one night stand. All right, many options, decisions, unconventional, string along. All right, now granted, it says mutual feelings, okay, but we have string along. So somebody could have distanced themselves because they feel like the other person was stringing them along. All right, the person who distanced themselves could have been, in this essence, you, because again, I said they're wondering where you are. Okay, we have breaking points. All right, so somebody could be at a point where they have reached their final straw, or they feel they have reached their limit with something. Okay, we have thoughts. All right, feeling trapped, overthinking in their head, worries and fears. Now, mind you, breaking point is from a whole nother deck. It's not even supposed to be in here. So I feel like this person is attracted to you. They find you to be very attractive. But now they're wondering, do you have other options? They're overthinking, all in their head and worried. And they're reaching some sort of breaking point because of it. Okay, we have higher self activation. Yeah, I feel like you're just tapped into your higher self. You're doing what Spirit is guiding you to do. So if Spirit is not guiding you towards this person or towards this connection, then you're just kind of going within and waiting on instruction from there. All right, we have guarded, vulnerable. All right, holding patterns, security at all costs, blocked heart chakra. Now, I've been talking to the feminines a lot about this blocked heart chakra, okay? Be mindful blocking someone out or guarding yourself a little bit too much when someone just simply wants to love you. All right, the universe wants to bless you with this love, but you're blocking it out. All right, again, I feel some of you are doing this because, well, you felt like someone was stringing you along. You had all these doubts in your mind. Well, this person has their own doubts. You know, this person does a lot of overthinking. They have their own worries and fears, right? But they don't want to look at things from a negative point of view, pessimistic point of view. They're doing their best to be hopeful and optimistic, but it's not easy when somebody is coming off as closed off and guarded. Okay, it's not easy when somebody is turning from the connection and turning within. All right, but this is what you're doing because of fear. All right, it's like that being drawn just to repel, okay? So this person feels like you're drawing them in and pulling them in, but then you repel them, push them away. All right, nurture, protective. This person wants to protect you. They want to nurture the connection. They're very compassionate, loving. This person has sincere feelings, it says. All right, underlying energy here is release, purge, surrender, emotional release, clearing and walking away. All right, I feel like for those of you who are into the person, if you don't make your mind up, they're going to end up walking away. For others of you, I feel like you didn't see from this person what you feel like would have made you feel safe enough to open up. So you hearing me say, well, they're going to walk away is not necessarily going to make you feel like, oh, okay, well, yeah, let me open up. No, it's going to make you feel like, well, see, I knew I should not have opened up to this person. All right. So let us see. Okay. We have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is twin flame union. Then we have the Eight of Cups. You see, like this person wants to come together with you here. They were ready to settle down. That's the energy of the Four of Wands. Stability and peace. Comfort at home. Alright? But then Eight of Cups comes. And it's somebody walking away. Now, walking away, why? If this is a successful, blissful union, why would you walk away? Alright? Page of Wands is enthusiasm. Okay? Being excited about something. Having a lot of energy towards something or someone. Alright? I feel like it's a very spiritual energy here. And we have the Devil. Alright, so some of you could have picked up on some things that this person was dealing with, or some things that they were avoiding. This connection could have triggered some things inside of you that you've been avoiding, okay? But with the Devil and the Six of Cups, this feels like a struggle that somebody's been going through since childhood. This also feels like someone could have child or children with a karmic partner. Okay, any event that union is what you wanted, but you felt like union is not what you were going to get. Eight of Cups is what happened. So when the person is like, well, why would you walk away if we have bliss between us and we're in union? You know, because being in union doesn't necessarily mean being together in a physical relationship, but being in union means being in harmony with your twin. So having, you know, that energy that it just works. Everything is flowing. Everything is in alignment. But with the Eight of Cups, it's like saying something is missing. So I'm going on a quest to find whatever that is. I'm going to search for whatever that is. Okay. So the Page of Wands is me being enthusiastic to do so. Me being excited to find whatever is missing. Because when I find it, it'll be within self. It won't be me trying to find something that's missing in another person. I'll be looking for what's missing within myself. So then I can come back to this individual. I can come back to this energy as a whole person. Okay, so again, if this person had karmic energy there, or if there was some demons or something that they weren't dealing with, or if there was something that was triggered inside of you that you tried to avoid since childhood, well, you can't avoid it anymore. All right, so just take it as it applies. Five of Cups is the past. Three of Cups is, you know, again, wanting to reunite, but it could be potential third-party energy here. Okay, so let us see. I feel like you and this person were finally coming to a place where there was harmony, but, you know, you didn't want to get stuck in a situation or be trapped in a situation where you weren't getting as much as you feel you deserve. Okay, so here, hence this release and purge. All right, you're releasing old energies, things that make you feel a certain way about yourself, so that you can open up to, again, the love that the universe wants to offer. Because we have the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords is all logic. And see, the underlining here is Nine of Pentacles. So all logic. Okay, I'm not going to sit around and wait for someone else to do something that I need done. I'm not going to wait for you to be what I need inside of me. I'm going to go on this quest and figure it out and get it done myself. Very independent, self-sufficient energy. Underneath that is the Knight of Wands. All right, you could have also felt like somebody was in it for sensual, sexual reasons, not for the long haul. Remember that keys on a ring, one night stand. All right, so although this person felt the feelings that you feel, and they're attracted to you and all this other stuff, you just didn't see this being something that was permanent or something that was stable or something. All right, we have the Ten of Wands. Now, Ten of Wands is stress. Ten of Wands is burden. And then the Seven of Swords right here with it. So where this person is confused, quote unquote, or saying they don't know why you distance yourself or things like that, right? It's not given that that's truthful, because Seven of Swords is a schemer. All right, somebody that's lying, somebody that's being deceptive. Okay, so Ten of Wands is pressure. This person could have felt like you were putting a lot of pressure on them, all right, to be a certain thing or be a certain way or do something a very specific way. So, you know, karmic possibly makes things a lot easier. They enjoy the energy that they get from you, and they, you know, enjoy the way that you make them feel. But when it comes time to making something serious, or when it comes time to getting into that Four of Wands energy and settling down, that's where there's a problem. That's where there's an issue, perhaps. Okay, so now we're starting to see why this feminine said, okay, let me exit stage left, or let me take several steps back. We have the High Priestess as an underliner right now. So you being super intuitive and you picking up on things that this person is not telling you. So again, in the physical, they're like, well, why did feminine leave? Where'd feminine go? Why is feminine doing this? But in the spiritual and you know, behind the veil, it's like the truth is right there. And they know the truth, but they may not know that you know the truth. So they get to play as if they don't understand, or play as if they don't know why this is going on. Okay, something along those lines. What's underneath the High Priestess again? Okay, King of Cups. So you know someone loves you, but then underneath that King of Cups is the Hangman. You also know someone is in the energy of saying they're stuck or they're trapped. Stuck and trapped in what? Okay, karmic energies. Yeah, see, thoughts, feeling trapped. That's what it said, thoughts, feeling trapped. Overthinking in their head, worries, fears. So they have their own, you know what I'm saying? That's why I said they have their own worries, fears, doubts, all that. They just need to release something. So you two are mirroring. Go figure. It's a twin flame reading, right? That's what twins do. Mirror. All right, we have the Queen of Pentacles. You're very reliable, dependable, secure. That's what you need. You need security from a partner or partnership. All right, so to be with someone and you don't know what's happening, hence the Eight of Cups. Something's going to feel like it's missing from that. All right, security, stability is important to you in a partnership. You didn't feel like you were getting it, where there was a whole bunch of question marks. All right, so for those of you who have not already pulled away, you are going to pull away, because the Three of Wands came out to clarify the Eight of Cups. Three of Wands is what's to come. All right, you're committed to seeing something through, and in the event that you don't feel like it's going to be able to happen the way you see it happening, then something's missing from that situation. Something's missing from the equation. All right, but when we go to split the deck just now, see the King of Cups, King of Pentacles. Person is very nurturing, again, protective over you. All right, nurturer is the King of Cups, protective is the King of Pentacles, right? Very nurturing and protective over you, wanting to provide you with better, with more. Okay, we have the Hierophant. Hierophant is marriage. So when we see the Four of Wands and the Hierophant, it's like saying this is what the person wants, but the Nine of Wands is the underlining. It's the wounded warrior. Somebody's been wounded. Nine of Swords. Somebody suffered a lot. Somebody's going through a lot. So it's like discernment says not to allow themselves to go through more unnecessary drama or more unnecessary conflict or more unnecessary whatever it is. You know, if you learn a lesson, you don't have to learn the same lesson again. You already did it. If you pass the 12th grade, you don't have to go back and do the 12th grade again. You already learned whatever you needed to learn past 12th grade. Okay. Get your doctorate even. Let's go and take some steps ahead. You don't have to go back and get the same. You already got that. You want to learn something else, by all means. All right, but you don't have to keep doing the same thing. So we have Judgment as the underliner. Again, it's all about a discernment, reality check, wake up call, something coming to our awareness, us realizing something. Then we have the Ten of Cups right underneath that, right? Hermit right underneath that. So again, if our reality check was, hey, I want this Ten of Cups and I may not get the Ten of Cups here, then why would I stay put? Okay, I know what I want and I may not get it here, so I'm not going to waste my time, right? It could be that kind of thing. Even if feelings are mutual, you're both attracted to each other, all that other stuff, it wouldn't matter if you know you're wasting your time. We have the Emperor, all right? But this is showing up as divine masculine energy to you, all right? This is showing up as someone that likes to show you a lot of affection, a lot of romance, someone that wants to provide you with supports in any way that they can. But you feel like in order for someone to do that, they have to be dependable and reliable. They did show up as a King of Cups and a King of Pentacles, though. All right, so let's see. All right, we have the Six of Pentacles and the Magician. Oh, underline is the King of Pentacles. See, so some of you could have felt like the person was just being manipulative and only telling you what they feel like you wanted to hear or what they feel like you wanted to know. Okay. So even if it wasn't true, because the Magician has the gift of gab. Like, this is somebody that can say whatever, make it sound good, make it look good, you know, in order to get what it is that they want, right? This could have also been someone that made it seem like everything was ready right now. Like it could happen right now. But it really can't, because there's karmic here. Okay, King of Pentacles is the underlying, dependable, reliable. They could have made themselves seem more available than they are, or something like that. All right, we have the High Priestess. High Priestess is telepathy. I feel like this person is trying to, communicate with you telepathically. Eight of Wands came out right over it. I'm over here picking the cards up and turning them towards the camera like you guys can see it. Meanwhile, it's the audio. All right, but the High Priestess and the Eight of Wands. Okay, so intuitive communication, Telepathic communication, that's what that is. All right, I want to see something here. Though. All right. Okay. On to a different deck now. Let us see. So they're like, why are you, we're finally coming into harmony. Why are you? That's the thing. It's not harmonious for you on your side. Something still feels like it's missing. Like, as long as they have you in their life, they feel like they have everything they want. That's not enough for you. You having them in your life is not it at all. Not if it comes with karmic attachments. Not if certain energy is going to, be entangled or intertwined with yours. No, you're not doing it. Okay. You're like, I'm generous, but not that generous. The Queen of Pentacles is very generous. You're like, I'm generous, not that generous. I'm charitable, but not in that way. Like, I'm not giving away my energy just because. All right. Let us see. We have repo. Okay. Default on payments, financially incapable, repossessed assets. Okay. So this could be some of the things they're going through with karmic. Okay. Knocked up. Oh, geez. Okay. Pregnancy, expecting, mothering. That's why I say they could have had a karmic contract, had a child or children in that karmic contract. We had rebound. But see, this person was in the rebound energy and... okay, I just saw extra and I see karmics. You see what I'm saying? You have my boo. So it's like, I know who I want, who I really want to be with. I know who I'm settling for, who I'm with, because I can't have who I really want to be with. That's the energy that's here. But I feel like this masculine is constantly looking up information about you or reading up on you, things like that. Okay, we have ghost. Again, this could be because some of you disappeared without any warning. You just dipped out. Okay, came across as really guarded. This person may felt like, yeah, see, as soon as I said that brick wall, defense mechanism, guarded, hard to reach. Like they can't get through to you. This could be in all ways. I feel like this person is trying to contact you telepathically, not working. Trying to contact you in the physical, not working. Some of you just don't want to hear what the person has to say because you feel like Seven of Swords is where they're at. Yep. Tiptoeing, avoiding getting caught, acting shady, sneaking around. You feel like the person is sneaking. And it's because they don't want to cause any drama or what have you with the devil instead of just severing ties with the devil. That kind of thing. So you sever ties with them. You said we can't be in union if you still have karmic around or something like that. We have Bonnie and Clyde. They thought y'all was going to ride or ride. Says ride or die, us against the world, dedicated partnership. Thought y'all was going to ride or ride. All right. And that's the T. We got sipping, nosy, spreading rumors and gossiping. Okay. Wine and dine, courtship, consistently dating, romance and passion. So there could be some gossip going around. There could be some talk going around that you're dating someone else. Remember we talked about opening your options up? Keys on a ring. Okay, yeah, this person is worried. They're worried. They're afraid. They're fearful. Have you met someone else? Is this why you're blocking me out? You're blocking them out for so many reasons. Like your higher self has been activated. You feel like this person is love bombing. You feel like they come in, they show you a whole bunch of affection and attention, but they do this for their personal gain. Personal gain, why? Because the rebound that they were with, solely because the situation happened a certain way and they wanted to do the quote-unquote right thing. Things are not working out with that person. So because things are not going the way that they already weren't meant to go, person is coming back towards you and you're like, hold on, wait a minute, huh? And because you're meeting them with that energy, they're like, is there somebody else? What are you doing? Is somebody else? See, right underneath that is bye, Felicia. I knew it. Blue knows there's always more to the story. Because ain't no way you coming into union and that's what you've been wanting. And you just like, I'm out. No. Something's off about it. Okay. Here we have puzzled, confused, perplexed, conflicted. Alright. Extra. Underlining energy. Dramatic. Trying too hard and starting. You feel like this person just, I don't know. I feel like they do things like they want you to be present in their life. They say they want to nurture and protect. You're not seeing that from them. Hence why you think Seven of Swords. Alright. Something tells me we'll be back for part 2 for this one. Alright, this is supposed to be something quick. That part 2 might be video instead of audio. We shall see. Alright. Thank you, Spirit. Alright, we have denial, deception. Yeah, see, I feel like you realized the 7 of Swords of the situation, so you couldn't keep ignoring it or couldn't keep denying it. You had to just face the truth or something. It says there's a situation that you are refusing to see clearly. Living in denial can create false scenarios to see things that are not accurate. Have the courage and discernment to dig deep into the truth of the situation. Alright, so it's like even if something happened that you always thought you wanted to happen, if it wasn't going the way that you envisioned it going, you wasn't doing it. It wasn't happening in a healthy way, an upright way, you wasn't doing it. You don't want to just be with somebody just to say you with somebody. This is not that. You don't want to be with your twin just to say, oh, guess what, I'm with my twin. This is not that. You want a healthy relationship, a healthy connection, something that thrives and will be successful, that makes both people's lives better. You know, you don't want to just be in something. That's not what it's for. All right. We have humanitarian. All right, so some of you are humanitarians. It says your soul longs to joyfully serve. Being of service is a huge calling that is honorable and satisfying. How are you being called to serve humanity? Serve with grace and humility to assist those that cannot help themselves. Be an advocate, a confidant, and an inspiration along the way. Speaking of that, for those of you that are looking to book personals with me but can't afford it right now, you always are welcome into my inbox. I'm always available for counsel. If you just want to vent and you just want to get it off your chest and let it be known to someone who understands, who can relate, who can empathize, someone who's not going to belittle you, demean you, judge you, you know, things like that. The inbox is always open, okay? For those of you who would like to book personals, okay? Information is in the description box. We have isolation, lonely. There is a tendency to push people away by isolating yourself from uncomfortable situations. Look into new ways to break down the walls, to create better ways to connect with others. Don't keep your light to yourself. Open up to share it. And I feel like you're going to. All right, you're not going to isolate yourself and go, you know, straight shut down, hermit mode. But you are distancing yourself from situations where you feel like people are not being 1000% honest with you, with themselves, or others. Yeah, decision and fear. They're making decisions based on fear. This is how they control themselves. But you are not going to allow this person or the situation to control you. So if they want to be puzzled and confused because y'all supposed to be ride or ride and y'all supposed to come into union, you can't come into union with karmic energy still in the way. Okay? It says some decisions and choices that you have made are based on fear and not heart-centered knowledge. Fear is your ego wanting control. Take a step back and make a responsive choice rather than a reactive one. Then you're able to see the truth of the best choice with a calm mind and centered manner. Underlying energy is stuck energy, alignment. It says you have stuck energy that can be caused by holding on to pain or having resistance to let new energy flow in. Get grounded and reconnected to your body once again. So the person was saying they're trapped. They're also feeling like their energy is stuck. It's because of this. They want Bonnie and Clyde, wine and dine, all this other stuff with their twin. Then why the extras? So we can't be confused, right? They want to be dependable for you, then they need to be reliable. And you would depend on them. You would trust them, right? They want to be someone you can trust. They need not be in that 7 of Swords energy, all right? Give us more here on this devil. All right, devil. We got justice. So, yeah, it's a karmic, okay? There is a karmic somewhere. Meanwhile, we got the King of Cups, the underlining. So this person wants to make an offer to you, King of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, but I can't make this offer to you if I'm still with karmic. All right, give us more on 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups, Knight of Wands, and a 10 of Pentacles. So 10 of Pentacles is like responsibilities, obligations. That with the 6 of Cups is like children, home. Knight of Wands is like sex, sexual adventures, sexual endeavors. You know, so it's like, again, I love you, but maybe I'm only able to be passionate and intimate with you right now. That's not enough. Hence the 8 of Cups. Something is missing from that. That's not enough for you. You're looking for 10 of Cups. This person is only able to give you a little bit at a time. And they can give you a little bit of them at a time. That's not enough. Okay. So let us see. 7 of Swords. The Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, so 7 of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. It's like lying about what they could offer. Or lying about what they could give. Lying about how they can show up in this moment. You being a Queen of Pentacles, security, dependability is important. You can't depend on a person. You don't trust them. So we have Queen of Wands. It's because of how drawn to you and attracted to you they are. We said that in the very beginning. The very first card was attract and attractive. Because you're so attractive, you put this Queen of Wands with the King of Wands. Excuse me, Queen of Wands with the Knight of Wands. It's like they have all these sexual feelings and passionate feelings and all that stuff for you because of how they feel about you. But it's not changing the situation. All right, so with the discernment card, judgment, as the underlining, it's like you have to use your discernment here. Three of Pentacles. Is this something that the two of you are working together and on the same page about? Or, you know, Nine of Pentacles, should you just continue and carry on with doing this by yourself, remaining disciplined in self and knowing that this ain't for me? You know, the Empress as the underlining, right? I am the Empress, okay? My energy is high. My value is high. I deserve nothing but the best, okay? So those are the messages that I have here for you at the time. I'll be back with more a little bit later. I pray that this helps you. I know it will. As always, thank you guys so very much for your support. If this was your video, you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. And if you have not already, go ahead and subscribe. Peace and have a great